Hello everyone, and welcome to the first ever Discord bot tutorial. We will be using JavaScript using discord.js. The first step is to click New, Folder, and make a new folder. You can name this folder whatever you want. This is not crucial. Now what you want to do is you want to go into your Windows bar and you want to type in CMD, then hit enter. It'll open up command prompt where you want to navigate into your file using CD, file name, CD, folder name. And what I'm doing is CD desktop and CD tutorial bot, and now I'm in that folder. Once you're in the folder, you want to do npm init, and you want to just keep hitting enter. Just version, enter, description, enter. Entry point, you can also make this main.js. It is your choice, whatever you want to do for this. But I am going to stick with index.js. Keep clicking enter. If you want to put in your name for the author, go ahead and put your name in for that. And then it'll ask you if everything's right. Click yes. And there you go. That is the main part of it. What you are going to need is Visual Studio Code, Node.js, which is right here. And yeah, you're going to want to download anything for this. This is what gets like the basic language for it. I already have it installed, so I won't be doing that. You want to go ahead and search up discord.com/developers/applications and go to this website, and you want to go click new application in the top right, and the name, you want to name this whatever you want to name your bot. I'm going to name my tutorial bot for the sake of this tutorial. Then you want to go to the bot tab, click add bot, and then you want to click yes to it. It's going to ask you, and then it's that. You can update its profile picture, but what you're going to need from here is the token. So once you've got the token, you are set to go into your tutorial bot folder, and as you can see, the npm init made a package.json folder. So you want to click open with Visual Studio Code, and then you want to just, oh, that's the wrong Visual Studio Code thing, and here we have the tutorial bot. So what you want to do, you want to just click new terminal, and then here you can type npmi or install discord.js. And what this is going to do, it's going to download discord.js, which is what we're running our bot on, and then npmi discord.js -commando. That is just a package that you should install. It's not much that you have to do, and you basically just want to go ahead and install all of the Discord files. I don't really need the opus, but yeah. So now I'm going to type in clear, and here's our index.js. This is our main folder for the bot, and this is where like a lot of our code will be going, and it's also where we navigate to the command handler and basically tell the bot really what to do. First, you want to go const discord equals require discord.js, and then a semicolon. Luckily, the semicolons aren't really crucial to how the bot works unless you add a semicolon where it's not supposed to go. So once you have that, you want to go back to your terminal. You want to click npmi.env, and then it's just going to install that for you. And what you want to do now is you want to do require, and then .env, and then .config, and then the parentheses, and then another semicolon. This is just telling you that you need it, and then go ahead and type in const client equals new discord.client, and you want to pass in the parameters or partials of, and make sure there are quotes, message, channel, and reaction. Let's quickly type that in. Reaction, not reactions, and then another semicolon. So now you're going to want to go ahead. This is basically just creating your new bot. You can also make it const bot equals new discord.client. So here I'm going to type in client.once ready, and then a comma, and then a comma, and then an arrow and then parentheses, and then an arrow function. Then you want to do the brackets, the curly brackets, then you want to click enter, and then I'm going to type in console.log ready, or tutorial bot is online. Whatever you want to put here as your ready message. This is just telling it that this is just going to send a message in console whenever you are ready. So now you want to go ahead and make a .env folder. And here you want to put token equals. Now head back to your discord.com/applications thing and just paste in your bot's token right there. No quotation marks, nothing. Now you want to do client.login, and then you want to go process.env and then token. So let's just type that in, process.env.token, and make sure the caps is the same as the one in your .env folder. So I'm gonna click save. I'm gonna do Control C, which brings me to a new line, node/dot. As you can see, it says tutorial bot is online. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go into Discord API permissions calculator, and right here I have it open, and I'm just going to click all of these permissions. All of these permissions are clicked. Down here where it says client ID, you want to go into general information and click copy under the client ID and paste that in right there. Now you want to click on that link because that is now the invite link for your bot, and you want to go ahead and add it to whatever server you need to add it to. Let me go and quickly make my server because I do not have the tutorial server set up yet. This is basically, if you ever do decide to make your bot go public, this is exactly where you're going to want, this is the link that you're going to want to put as the invite link. This is how you invite bots. So here I have set up the tutorial server, and we're going to, okay, so it's not actually there, so I'm going to quickly refresh. And it should be at the bottom, tutorial, and click continue, and it's going to ask to give all these permissions. Click authorize, click I am human, and authorized. So I'm going to go back into Discord, and as you can see, the tutorial bot is now there, which is wonderful. That's exactly what we wanted. So yeah, this is just the basic server, and we'll get into the next stuff. So the next part is that it's gonna get a little more complicated now. So yeah, we are going to go into our index.js, and we are going to quickly type in the command handler. So by putting 2 backslashes in front of something, you're just making sure that's not part of the code. So client.commands equals new discord.collection, and then you want to do the parentheses and a semicolon. You want to do client.events equals new discord.collection. So basically you're just making a commands and an events collection. And quickly just do that. Then you want to go and hold on just a minute. You want to go ahead and you want to type in your command handler, which I'm quickly going to get. So you made the commands folder, as you just saw. You're going to have to make an events folder, and again in the main directory you're going to have to make handlers folder. So then in your events folder you want to make another folder, and that's going to be called guild. Okay, I'm doing client first, so that's going to be called client. Then you want to go back to your events and make another one called guild. So there's 2 folders, guild and client, in your events folder. This is just telling your bot exactly what to do, and it's making it more organized. So in your client folder, you want to go ahead and make a new file, and you want to call that ready.js. So in the main index.js, the client.once ready, you want to control X and control V that right into there so that you have it right there. So in the guild folder, you want to go ahead and do your message.js. This is the most important, I would say, for making your bot read the commands. This is just telling your bot that on a message, and if the message starts with a prefix, you want to go ahead to these folders. Now go to the handlers and make a command_handlers.js. In the command_handlers.js, you're going to tell it the command handlers, and then you also want to make an event_handler.js. Now back in your index.js, you're going to type these square brackets. You're going to type in command handler, and then a comma, and then event_handler. As you can see, these are the names, and then dot for each, and then handler, and then an arrow function, and open it up with the brackets, require, and then you want to make sure this is a backtick, by the way, not a quotation mark, a backtick, /handlers slash a $sign, then the curly brackets again, handler, and then you want to go quickly out of the parenthesis and then client and Discord. You're just passing in these arguments. So this is pretty much all you need to do in the main folder. So now once we get into the command handler, first you want to go ahead and do npm ifs. So now that fs is installed, you want to do const fs equals require fs semicolon, and then you're going to see this a lot in this tutorials. Module.exports equals client and Discord. Oh, made a mistake there. Equals client comma Discord, and then an arrow function, open it up with the brackets, and you want to do const command underscore files equals fs dot read dir sync, and the dir stands for directories, and then a parenthesis backtick dot slash commands, and then another slash commands slash, and then you want to do dot filter, and then a parenthesis file, an arrow function, you want to do file dot ends with, and then you want to do parentheses quote dot js, and then you want to go ahead, put a semicolon on the end. Again, semicolons aren't really required in JavaScript. Also, JavaScript and Java are different for new ones out there. So const file of command underscore files, and then you want to do a bracket, const command equals require, and then parentheses backtick dot slash, that's bringing us back into the main directories, slash commands, that puts us into the commands folder, and then the $sign brackets and file, and then the backtick and the semicolon. Now you want to do if command dot name, and then a bracket, and then client dot commands dot set, and then I'm just going to quickly type that out, and then a parenthesis command dot name comma command. And then you want to go ahead, click the down arrow, click else, just click continue. So that just means if it's not the command, just continue. So now you want to go into your event handlers, and once again you're going to want to define the fs. So const fs equals require fs. Module.exports equals, well, this is pretty much the same as the command handler, so I'm going to quickly paste this all into here. So module.exports equals this. Now you want to do const event underscore files is equal to fs.readdir sync, and then just events, and then you also want to put the bracket, and then and then dirs directories, and you want to go ahead back to the here, and you want to go ahead click event underscore files, and instead of const command it's going to be const event, and const event, and then just go ahead, do that, and then dirs, and then you want to do another slash, and then the $sign brackets, and then file. Let's just type that out. Okay, so now you want to click enter just to get to the next line. You want to do const event underscore name equals file dot split, and then you want to make almost a smiley face. You want to do parentheses, single quote, dot, single quote, and then the square brackets, 0, and then semicolon. Then click enter again, client dot on event underscore name event dot bind, and then parentheses null comma Discord comma and client. Those are just the arguments that we're passing in. And then here you want to go down here, and actually you're just going to want to get rid of that quickly, and let's just go ahead and hold on, let me look at this. Something doesn't seem right about this. Just give me a moment. You can skip into a little bit into the video if you need to. Looks right, but okay, actually I'm missing something. You want to do const load underscore dir equals dirs arrow function, and you want to go ahead, do the brackets, and now click enter, and just control X, control V this into the brackets. I'm gonna quickly format this. Let's just press tab a couple times to format that, and tab on that. There we go, perfect. Now under here you want to do client, the square brackets, and then single quote client, and then comma, and then single quote guild, and then you want to get out and dot for each e, and then an arrow function, load underscore dir directory e, and that is your event handler folder completely finished, which is very good. So now you want to go into your message.js. As I mentioned earlier, this one's pretty important. So you're just going to want to go ahead and do your classic module.exports. Let's just module.exports equals, and this is an async function, so type async in front of your args, async discord, comma client, comma message, then an arrow function, and open up with brackets, const prefix. Right now we're going to define our prefix, and this you can always change. Const prefix equals, and then I like to do backticks just so if I want to add spaces. I'm going to make it an exclamation point, but you can make it anything you want. Like for dank meme, it would be please and then a space. So if exclamation point message.content that starts with prefix, this means if the message does not start with the prefix, or, which is what the two lines mean, or message.author.bot, which means or if the message was written by the bot, return. Don't do anything about it. So if message.channel.type 3 equal signs DM in quotes, then you want to just do message.channel.send, and then this is how to send a message in a channel, by the way. I'll explain more on that later. This command cannot be said in DMs. Try it again in a server, or whatever message you want to go in here. So let's just put that, and then you want to make sure the bot ignores it, so click return so that we don't break the bot or have any errors in console. Now you want to do const args equals message.content.slice prefix.length.split, and then backslash space, a plus sign, and then another backslash, and then a semicolon. Now you want to do const cmd equals args.shift, and then two parentheses dot two lower case, and then go ahead and do that. And then you want to do const command equals client.commands.get, and then cmd, and then you want to do or, which is the two lines, client.commands.find, and then parentheses a arrow function a.aliases and I know this is a little bit complicated at this point, the two and signs, a.aliases.includes cmd. This is just setting you up for success in the future so that you can add aliases to your bot. I will make sure to cover that either in the next video or a video following that. So now what you want to do, you just want to go make a few more lines, and actually this part is a little bit different. So basically, to explain, it's just going to be like finding the commands, and it's going to be like executing them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a try catch function. So try and then catch, we're going to do the catch part first, error, and then open it up and then click message.reply. Sorry, there was an error when trying to execute that command. And then you want to go ahead and just go make a new line, console.log, and then parentheses error. Perfect. And a semicolon. So now in the try part, you want to do command.execute, and then a parentheses client, message, args, cmd, and then discord. This must be the same in all of your files in order for the thing to work. Now I'm going to also define discord here. Const discord equals require discord.js. I know it's already defined with the async discord client message, but I like to do that anyways, just because. Click save all, control C, node space dot. Oh, and it seems like we've gotten an error. It says there is no valid thing here, and that's because I actually did that wrong. Module.exports equals parentheses, and then arrow function, open it up, console.log, tutorial bot is online. So now just click save, control C, clear, just gonna clear all existences of the bot, node space dot, still an error, const args equals, it says message is not defined. See, a big part of coding is troubleshooting, which you can see me doing right now. It's very helpful that Visual Studio Code logs everything in the console for you. That way you can actually see what is wrong with your code. So I'm just going to quickly try finding this bug in the code. And let's see, what could possibly be the issue? Oh, that's the issue. It was in the wrong spot. So it wasn't even the module.exports. So move everything over into your module.exports. I like to press tab just so everything's nicely formatted. Control C, save all, node space dot. Tutorial bot is online, perfect. So once we go here, we're not going to see any change here. But now we want to go into, that's the wrong one, Visual Studio Code, and under the commands, you want to go ahead and make a new folder. And this is how you're going to add new commands. You're going to do command name.js as the file. So I'm going to just name this command test.js. There we go. And there's something that you're going to want to do for every command, and that is your module.exports. So you just want to go ahead, do module.exports, and then equal sign, and then a bracket, and then you want to do name, colon, and then the name, and then you want to put a comma, and then you want to do execute, client, message, args, cmd, discord. Quickly just type in discord, and now you want to open it up with brackets again and click message.author.send, or, well, actually in this case, if you want to just reply with a message in the channel, then you want to just do message.channel.send, and then you want to put in your message content. I'm putting message content there, but actually we're just gonna, instead of message content, we're just gonna go ahead and put in test executed, just because I feel like it. This doesn't need to be anything specific. And if you want it to reply to the message and at the person, to ping the person, then what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to go message.reply, and I'm just gonna put anything here. This I'm not actually gonna do. I'm gonna backslash it so that it doesn't actually process this one's code. You want to put message content. I'm just gonna go ahead and put poo-you. Why not? And I will actually be covering embeds in the next discord.js bot video, because embeds are a little bit different. They're pretty easy, but I'll make sure to cover embeds and aliases in the next video. And you want to go ahead and make sure that whenever you're doing text related things, there's three different things. You have your normal quotes, you have your single quotes or apostrophes, and you also have your backticks. So use the quotes and the single quotes for normal text, and you want to go ahead, use the quotes and the single quotes for normal text, and use the backticks for things that require pulling a variable or require other things. You'll see this more often in future videos, which I do plan to make more discord.js bot tutorials. Make sure if you have any suggestions, go ahead and leave them in the comments. I'll see if I can find out the code for that. And yeah, if you want to see an existing bot that I've coded, you can go ahead and join my Discord server. I'll make sure to put the link in the description. If you also need any help, go ahead and join my Discord server. If you need help, if you're stuck, want a preview before the next video, feel free to join it, where I can help you. And if you want to get a jump start on a command even before I make the video, also ask me there. I'll be happy to send you a source bin link. Speaking of source bin, I do have the source code in this video in the description down below in the form of a source bin link. So let's just go ahead, cancel that out. Now we're going to click File, Save All, Control C, Node space dot, and tutorial bot is online. So what we should do is we should do exclamation point help, and oh, it says sorry, there was an error while trying to execute the command. It says that because that's not a command and we put the prefix in front of it. I think that should be why. But it is not actually working right now. Never mind then. Oh, here we go. We see the error in console. Let's see if we can try to fix that error really quick. Okay, I found the issue. We're gonna have to get rid of this try catch function in message.js, and instead we're just gonna go ahead and type if command and then command.execute client and then comma message comma args comma cmd comma discord, and then you want to go ahead and put a semicolon, click file at the top, click save all, control C, node space dot. Now you also want to make sure you change the name to whatever command you want it, whenever you want to trigger the command. So now we're going to clear node space dot, and now as you can see it's still not working. Oh, there we go. I remember I changed the prefix. You can change the prefix by just changing the const prefix. As you can see, the test works. It just sends text executed into the command. It's working perfectly. And this is the basics for your bot. If you just want to make a few simple commands, that's perfect. Again, feel free to join my Discord if you have any questions. And thank you so much for watching this tutorial.